Right, so we can just move straight to chapter 8.
I had 8 to be on the last level.
Brian's coming up, I guess. Hey guys, it's me with another advert. I know the last one didn't go very well, but I'm here to sell you moon shares. So if you go to www.briancoxmoonshares.moon, and then oh fuck, I fucked up. I'm just gonna have to do it again. Hey guys, it's Brian Cox here. Oh, okay, there we go. Here we go then. The final boss, Red.
Are you ready?
Nah, it's time, see? Jesus.
Yeah, he's called... What an anti-climax of a name, by the way.
I know.
Red.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the protagonist from Pokemon.
but
Also a spider. Oh dear God. That was my first thought on realizing I would have to fight Red, the creature that tormented me through nearly the whole game. How would I be able to fight something that can kill with one touch? It seemed totally impossible. Thankfully, Red was no longer able to deliver one-hit kills. But despite that, this was still the most difficult battle I've ever faced. More difficult than that other fight, or the other one, in this game or otherwise. If I had any real comprehension of what I was getting into before I started the fight, I would have never done it. I very soon learned what a horrible mistake I made.
Fear my terrible theme. My disco fight. Oh shit.
Red reached out and clawed at Godzilla. And when those claws cut through him, I felt it.
Oh.
I know that it's common for people to cringe up when their video game character gets hit or loses a life, but this was not that. This was genuine physical pain. When the pain struck me, I paused the game. I hadn't suffered any actual injuries, but it felt like my shoulder had been clawed through. I had seen and experienced many unpleasant things at this point, but the game causing me real pain was where I drew the line.
He's a power glove to fight back.
Yes, I would be disappointed. I would be disappointed that I wouldn't get to see the ending, but the risk was no longer worth it. I was about to get up to take one last screenshot and turn off the NES when I realized something else. I couldn't get up.
Oh.
I was paralyzed to my seat. The only muscles I could move were my fingers and thumbs.
I use this excuse all the time to play more games.
As the terror set in, a new message appeared on the screen.
Taz's. Oh.
I started to scream, but only a weak choking sound was coming out. I desperately tried to get my body to move, but it did nothing. I was looking every direction, and then I looked over at the computer. Somehow the computer was taking screenshots of the game.
Hey guys, welcome to my creepypasta. See?
When I began the fight, I still don't know how or why. Something in the game must have been causing it. That's a really convenient glitch.
Yeah. What a glitch.
Yeah.
This game has so many glitches.
Since Red could hear what I was saying, I tried begging for him to let me go. From here, things started to get hazy as I was under extreme stress at the time. But from what I can remember, I said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I insulted you. I didn't mean it. I didn't know things would get this serious. Please just let me go. If you let me go, I will promise I will never tell anyone to turn the game on ever again. Please. And Red replied,
It's too late now, see? You pathetic worm. Only one will survive.
Only one will survive. The statement could not be any more clear. If I couldn't kill Red, then he would kill me. Like an idiot, I had played around with something I didn't understand, and now it might cost me my life. It's just so stupid. I stopped struggling to move and accepted the reality of the situation. There was only one way to get out of this alive. I had to kill Red.
Local man killed by Nintendo Entertainment System.
In stores now.
Local convict finally gets parole, tries to jump border, and is killed.
It all went by so fast. If it weren't for the screenshots, I might not have remembered any of this. Just like in the chase levels, Red moved at a horrifyingly fast speed. There was barely enough time to process a thought. and thus there was no time to form a strategy. I had to rely solely on my wits and reflexes. To make things worse, there was no way to predict what kind of attacks Red might use, so I constantly had to be on the offensive and defensive.
Nah.
I felt every hit that Godzilla took. They all hurt. I tried so hard to avoid the damage, but every attack that I dodged left me vulnerable to another, and the pain would only get worse.
I feel like I got jammed in the ass.
After
Hey,
he jumped
I'm-
over me, Red's
I'm a
eyes
charging
started
my
to glow.
laser, see?
I moved as far back as I could and ducked, but there was no dodging this one.
Blah! Oh, it's Melissa.
Well, actually, this isn't in the game, but it was explained afterward. This is Red's soul fire, which is fire from the dead souls of his enemies. So yeah, it might be Melissa. Anyway, when this hit me, I really did scream. I screamed so loud that someone else in the apartment should have heard me, but they didn't. Just looking at this image hurts me.
Wait,
making
he
me
has
remember-
roommates?
Apparently, yeah. Like, I wouldn't fucking be his roommate after this.
His roommate sat in their room thinking, "Oh, I must be playing that game with Red in it.
Oh,
I should have
him and
warned
that,
him."
him and that Godzilla, for God's sake.
I think he's going to upload this onto Reddit.
Or RedTube. Wait.
Well, somebody's getting fucked, so.
Local nerd gets burned by horrible monster. Anyway, just looking at the image hurts me, making me remember the incinerating burn. I paused the game because it hurt so bad, but Red unpaused the game to attack me again, which made me furious.
Yeah, I got the pause button now, see?
I immediately counterattacked with a heat beam again and again until the power meter was totally diminished. I wanted Red to hurt like I did.
Brr.
Just before the timer ran out, Red transitioned in his swimming form.
Yeah, I'm a fish, see? Under
like-
the sea.
It's like in Pokemon where like the swimming Pokemon are just floating above the ground despite there not actually being any water.
Yeah. Under the sea, see? Under the sea, see?
I didn't think the timer would still be affecting a battle like this. I'm thankful for it because it gave me a few minutes to collect my thoughts and decide what to do next. I chose to fight Red's next two forms with the monsters I had encountered them with, so Angarius was next. It probably wasn't all that smart of an idea, but that's what I did.
Ah.
I jumped up and heat beamed Red in the face, and he moved off screen where I couldn't reach him. Then a wave of large mines started to fall from above.
What's the fucking King K rule? What's...
I felt this was unfair, so I shouted, "If you're going to treat... Sorry. Do that again. If you're going to cheat, then why do you even let me use the
If you're
controller?"
gonna treat Happy Halloween, everyone!
Trick or
If you're going-
treat!
Yeah, if you're going to cheat, then why do you let me use the controller?
Can't break the rule, see?
It's so stupid. And then he came at me, rushing from the top left of the screen downwards. Damn it! Now I wouldn't even be able to see where his next attack was coming from. Red continued to strike me from random angles. I constantly moved to swerve around him.
Nah. Nah.
Another 40 seconds went by and Angarius was nearly gone. But together we had forced Red into his flying form, so it was Mothra's turn next. Deciding to fight Red with Mothra was a terrible idea.
What is this Mothra hate?
I know. Mothra was instantly overwhelmed by Red, and the life meter was devastated in a mere 15 seconds. That's a
Oh,
long
God.
time.
That's
A
the
long
devil.
time.
That's the devil's time.
And once Mothra's life was down to 2 bars, Red did something I didn't see coming. He reached out, grabbed Mothra, and ate her.
Nah.
After Mothra was devoured, I felt an agonizing pain, like being crushed to death. Mothra had been killed for my stupidity, and I would share the pain.
Fucking
It was a
hell.
short transition from the battle to the board, but it felt like an hour.
Mothra will last 15 seconds playing this game.
How long can you last? The pain, combined with being unable to move, was driving me insane. I wanted so badly for this to end. I never wanted anything so much. But I still had hope. There was only one monster left that could be brought to full health by engaging Red in battle. Solomon. If any of them had a chance to save my life now, it would be him.
Myself insert.
Solomon apparently had some history with Red, as when the fight started, this dialogue happened.
Yeah, traitor, I always hate you. You can die like the rest, eh?
Red took me by
hold on,
surprise
hold
again.
on.
By immediately burning me with his demonic fire a second time. As much as it hurt, it actually worked to my advantage. Since Solomon started at full life, he still had some to spare, but now Red had used up all his energy and could not use his ultimate weapon any longer. Now he would die. As he drew close to the end of his life bar, Red turned his whole body to face the screen and flew upwards, then slamming back down in an attempt to crush Solomon.
Nah.
When that didn't work, he tried to devour Solomon like he had Mothra, but he wouldn't be eating my monster this time.
Yeah!
I thought
Wait,
I had won,
No! How dare you?
but something was wrong. Red wasn't sinking to the bottom, and I still couldn't move. Red was alive.
Ah, you forgot about Mecha Red.
Oh. Oh, the end.
Fucking right off.
I'm not done with you.
After a seeming defeat by Solomon, Red had reconstructed his body into his gigantic final form, transporting us to a blazing inferno in the process.
Ah, safer Red.
Look at his fucking health bar. Look at his fucking health bar.
I'm gonna do a really long attack that takes many minutes, see? I'm gonna destroy Venus.
His attack took at least 6 seconds. It was reminiscent of our first encounter, except now the scenery, much like the true power of Red, had become very real. The music had erupted into a loud blaring sound, a furious drum of death. Listen to how furious that is.
Yeah, I'm drumming.
Faced against Red's insane amount of health, my own demise was imminent. Solomon was my strongest monster, but not even he stood a chance. It was trying to fight a mountain. Within seconds, Solomon was overpowered and dropped to the floor when Red crushed him to death underneath his foot.
Is he still feeling that, or?
Yep.
Okay.
The sadistic demon took his time as he snapped Solomon's vertebrae and ribs like dry, brittle twigs. I could tell he was enjoying our pain.
Yeah. You're weak. Your monster's weak, and you all die, see?
This is hopeless. I am a dead man. I had no choice but to send another monster to his death. We were all going to die. I only hoped they would forgive me. After decreasing Red's health by a minuscule amount, Anguirus was also obliterated. Red unleashed a hail of blazing hot needles into his face until he collapsed.
I'm a cactuar, see?
Another moment of unspeakable agony, then nothingness as my ally faded away.
You can't win, Zachary.
I'd be so great if that wasn't his name.
Wait,
Talking to the...
Shit. Sorry, I got the wrong guy. Fuck. Mailed this on just...
Hey, boss. We took the hit out on the wrong guy.
Fuck.
It's crazy.
Shit.
He has a girlfriend called Melissa, too. It's just so weird.
Shit.
Got
Wait,
hit
no.
by a truck and smacked into.
I dropped Rachel next to the circus, right?
No.
No, it was next to the carnival. Not
Oh, shit, no. He changed the dress. Fuck.
I asked Red how he knew my name, and then he said it.
Never gonna give you up.
I've known you for a long time. I'll tell you a secret, okay? I killed Militia. I drove the truck. I ran the circus. I built the brazier.
You are ruining this fucking. it's genuinely the dialogue in this fight is genuinely well done and well scripted. You've just ruined it with this fucking pretend mobster voice.
Yeah, I killed Melissa, and then it was a truck full of barrels of whiskey. I was fighting probation, see?
For years, she was being tortured by something nobody understood. Now I knew what it was. Now I understood why I was mocked about Melissa's death and how the game knew about it, because he knew about it, because he was the one responsible. And this time he was going to kill me.
He's going to throw a truck through his
Send your
window.
last monster. I will end this futile struggle. See?
I was taken back to the board to send Godzilla to his final stand.
But what about Wardman?
Barely anything was left of this board.
Warman with
Just
broken
Godzilla
ribs.
and Red's icons and the fifth monster. In the midst of everything that was happening, I'd completely forgotten about it. I tried yet again to select it. I cursed, I begged, I screamed it to do anything to help me.
No, I don't feel like it.
To no avail.
No.
There was only one thing to do.
Alright. War. No.
Munch crunch.
I knew Godzilla didn't stand any more of a chance than the rest did. But maybe now that all the other monsters are gone, the fifth monster might finally awaken. I managed to get the creatures icon selected. Sorry, the creators icon selected. And I pressed the A button as fast as I could.
Look, he's in
The
pain, okay?
The icon started to shake, as if it were desperately trying to move. It was then that Red decided he was done playing fair. And before I could activate the monster, he went for the killing blow, paralyzing my heart.
Nah. Game over.
My hands started to become numb and unfeeling. But even as my vision was fading away, I still tried to press the A button. Red surely was breaking one of his rules. But he must have thought that if he could kill me quickly, then it would be too late for any consequences to matter. He would have won. He was wrong. Red's power was being challenged by another force.
It's me, Blue!
It prevented him from killing me, and when I regained my vision I saw a familiar sight. Who are you?
Zach, we don't have much time. You already know me. I am Melissa.
What? How is that possible? Red told me that he killed you.
It's true. Even after death, he tortures me. If you can't stop him, he'll do the same to you.
But how will I be able to stop him now?
I can't fight Red, but there is one who can. I will release him from Red's grasp. I'm Australian now. Don't give up. I love you. And remember.
This is where people had real reservations about how this fanfic was going, because it's going to have a good ending.
Oh.
It's going to have a good ending, and it's going to have his fucking dead girlfriend in it who doesn't exist.
And she'll have
Her words stirred something inside of me. Something inside of me.
Something inside so strong.
I wasn't going to die like this, and I had more to fight for than just my own life. I had to fight to save Melissa.
Oh, who gives a shit?
So stupid.
This is the weirdest glitch I've ever seen.
In a month's
Game
time,
FAQs, consider yourself updated.
in a month's time, he'll be on fucking Jerry Springer. My girlfriend is a glitch.
Yeah. Red's on the other chair. I'll fucking kill you, Shane. Jeremy Kyle's like,
Jeremy Kyle.
or whoever, Jerry Springer. Maury, get him Maury, there you go.
The thing about you, Red, is you go around killing people without any recourse for what you've done, and you're a fucking scrounger.
I'll kill you, I'll kill you.
I had to fight to save Melissa and the world she inhabits. With her help, the fifth monster was finally unleashed.
Acacius. Like the tree.
It was time to end this, once and for all. Together, we would take this damned hellspawn out of existence.
Is this like a fucking Power Rangers then? Yeah, what the fuck is this? I can't save you. Ah, my eye!
Was by far the strongest playable monster in the game. How do you know this? You've only used him for this fight.
Yeah.
I guess
he's
his
only
health
good
bar
against
is
fighting
going
Red.
down more fast, yeah. He had to be if we were to have any chance of surviving. His punch involved turning his hands into blades. Look at the fucking reach they get, it's tiny.
My eye.
Which caused tremendous damage, not massive damage. But Red had more than enough life to spare. In the end,
It didn't
This
even
would-
matter.
in the end, this would come down to pure skill.
Yeah, have my tail. Yeah, have my hands. Yeah, have my butthole. Yeah, have my mouth. Yeah, have the fire.
With one final strike, Red was destroyed.
No! Tosses.
His body disintegrated and sank below, accompanied by a soar of triumphant music. Slowly, the paralysis wore off, and I was able to stand up again. I know this fucking music.
It'd be great if it just said, "Thank you for playing my wrong hat. Please remember to rate and review."
We had done it.
I'm sorry,
Melissa's
Pete.
death had...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Zachary.
Melissa's in another cast.
wrong act.
Well, I was glad I had saved Melissa. Melissa's death had been avenged, and I felt overwhelming happiness until I remembered all the death and pain that had led up to this point. Of
They were all
fictional
fake!
characters, apart from Melissa, obviously. You know,
Yeah.
Melissa. F's for Melissa. All the other monsters who had fought and died. I was about to mourn them, but the game had yet to conclude.
I have to go now. My planet needs me. Oh,
Even faces back.
oh come on! You've saved us, mate. Oh wait, go back. You've saved us, mate. We are forever grateful. Now throw another shrimp on the barbie. We'll be together again someday.
Someday, somehow.
Toho presents Godzilla, Monster of Monsters.
And that's it. That's the end of chapter 8.
Ooh.
Now it's just time for the epilogue. That's it.
Join us next
We can
time.
we can do the epilogue in this. Like it's
Yeah,
not-
just do epilogue then.
Okay. What music should I put on for the epilogue? I'll put on the Cold Forest. 'cause it's
Just
my
have
favorite.
choices on a roll and hit a loop.
I am Zachary,
Oh. Hi, Zach.
and at the time I write this, it has been 3 weeks since the fateful night when I played the NES Godzilla game.
Put it back on the Godzilla title screen just so we have something to look at. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. I love it.
Going back to that night, to immediately after I turned off the NES. Once I was able to start walking around again, the first thing I did was unplug the NES, take out the cartridge, and put them in separate sock drawers.
Throw in the fucking bin!
Multiple sock
No,
drawers.
wait until you find out what he actually fucking does. It's just so stupid. I looked over at the computer. All the screenshots you've seen in the story were saved. I backed up all the images on a flash drive before I turned the computer off, just in case. I wanted to relive the torture again.
Yes,
After
just
that-
in case.
After that, I hit the bed and instantly passed out. It was not a restful sleep, but one of complete exhaustion. It felt like no time has passed before I awoke again. And what a day that was. The first thought I recall coming to mind was, what the hell happened last night?
What kind of glitch was that?
Did I just have sex with a glitch? I thought about it for a short while, until it occurred to me to contact the person I got the game from to begin with. Billy!
That
Oh.
game you gave me was
Billy.
so fucking glitchy, Billy.
Oh, I thought I just put penises on it. So I called him up and told him to just come over to my apartment, which he did. And I showed him the screenshots. The paragraph starts with the word and gave him a very basic summary of what had happened. At first he thought I was pulling a joke on him, but he soon realised that was not the case, and then he put me in a mental institution. Once it hit him that this was real, he was speechless. He made it clear that he had absolutely not tampered with the game. And had no
Ah,
idea
I believe him.
So then the obvious question was asked to Billy, Where did you get it from? I got the simple answer of another friend of mine that I trade games with. He assured me that this was a trustworthy person, and that he never had any issues with games he got from him before.
And that guy's name was Melissa.
Albert Einstein. So then Billy called him, but when we told the guy the story, he was as shocked and surprised as anyone, except he abruptly hung up on us.
Yeah,
also-
I gotta make it to the border. They found me out.
He also muttered something strange, like before he hung up, like I killed Melissa. I don't know what that was. Weird. This clearly was going nowhere. Before Billy left that day, he asked me if I wanted him to take the cartridge and dispose of it. I sharply declined. Why?
Because it's got 8-bit Melissa on it.
He asked how I could possibly still want to keep the thing. I told him that I needed time to think it over, and that was that.
Hold on.
I changed my relationship status on Facebook from single to it's complicated.
Wait. What was the deal with the tap head and the bird boob person?
It was just random shit. Like,
Okay.
still the best 1973, that was just random shit. Also, Ben, I can't believe you didn't realize. Ben, I used to quote that all the time when we
I
were
know you
recording
did.
Face is Strange. Yeah, that's where it's from.
Hooray.
Anyway,
The mystery is solved.
I told him I needed time to think it over, and that was that. Billy and I haven't talked much since. Even though I've told him this isn't the case, I get the impression that Billy thinks what happened with this game is his fault. After he left that day, I did a lot of thinking. It was very hard for me to do anything else, really. I couldn't stop thinking about the game. There were so many questions left unanswered. What was Red? Was Melissa really in the game? How did she get there? Why did all this happen with this game? But the one question that kept me for many nights was, Red said he had known me for a long time. How? Ever since then, I can't shake this feeling of being watched. This game made me ask myself questions about death and reality in ways that I had never wanted to think about. I'm not too sure of anything anymore. Constantly thinking about it soon began to have a negative impact on my life. I just didn't care about anything else at this point. By
You see-
comparison,
This just goes to show that if you QA your games correctly and fix all the glitches, you can save people a lot of anguish. And that is why you should hashtag fix WWE 2K20.
and that's actually all that this whole stream is leading up to. So we're part of this initiative to fix WWE 2K20. And,
Yeah. The end.
Anyway, by comparison, all the other data activities seemed utterly pointless. I eventually decided that I had to choose between one of two things. Try to play the game again,
For fuck's
or destroy it. I know. I tried several times to convince myself to try the former, but I never got farther than plugging the NES back up. Just touching the cartridge made me remember all the pain I felt during the fight with Red. I wondered if perhaps playing the game again might cause something terrible to happen. I didn't know anything about how this game worked, and it was too risky. I wasn't sure I could stand another round of the game anyway. So then it was time for the other option. Wanting to get some fresh air, I took the game with me and drove to the lake, planning to throw it in. Oh, this is the lake with the moon beast, isn't it?
Oh.
I got up to the lake with a cartridge in my hands, and I looked down on it, and I thought of Melissa. If what I had experienced in the game was indeed genuine, doing what I did may have been the only way to save her from endless torture. In a way, this warp game might have saved her soul. Mate, just fucking commit yourself. Just really.
Yeah, it's like.
Don't worry, there's only 3 paragraphs left. Damn it.
And one of them's about game mechanics for some reason.
I thought about the fight with Gugara in the 5th stage. I liked how he had this ingenious thing where he turned his hands into magic beams and then shot me in the face. Like, only the 3rd time.
And it only did 2.5 life bars worth of damage.
And I actually paused the game for 50 seconds. For only 50 seconds. Anyway. Damn it. Oh god, I remember this. Once that thought came into my head, I knew then I wouldn't be able to destroy it. So I just sat down at a bench, gazing at the lake for about an hour.
An hour! I sat down for a few seconds. An hour later, I got up.
Ultimately, I decided on a third option. Selling the game on eBay.
What?
And there's the big reveal.
You fucking idiot! Yes. If someone plays the game, this could all happen again. If I destroy the game, I might kill Melissa. So...
It may be selfish, but I promise you that it has nothing to do with money. I don't care how much or little I get paid for this game, believe me. It's selfish because I don't want the responsibility of owning this cartridge anymore. I cannot dwell on this forever, and the only way I can deal with this is by putting the game out of my life.
Just...
Like he's breaking up with the fucking game.
Jumanji it. Put it in a fucking metal box and bury it.
Yeah.
Like, there, you've not destroyed it, and you don't have to put up with it.
So I sold it on eBay to a user called Zachary Loves Melissa in 1998.
To Big Red 01. His profile picture.
What's happening if Red played the game?
Yeah, she.
It's just
I love it.
It'd just be that picture of the two Spider-Men pointing at each other.
Yeah, she, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah.
So this brings me to the main reasons I created a summary of these events. First is to record the details while I can remember them. And second is that whoever bids on this game knows what they're getting into. I can't guarantee the safety of anyone else who plays this game, or that anything will happen at all. But the new owner of the gamer, remember
Gamers
this,
rise up.
be careful. And if you feel as if the game is literally messing with your mind, shut the damn thing off.
Just remember. I forgot.
The end.
Yay! Godzilla, everyone. It's gonna be like the end of Animal House, where it just like does like little freeze frames to see what happened to everyone. Melissa still dead. Red went on to found a small hot tub business in southwestern Arizona.
This music fits so well.
Zachary was arrested on suspicion of murder.
Solomon is still the best, 1973.
Godzilla spawned his own franchise of reboots.
Billy makes rum hacks to this day.
The events in this story were 100% real. Any resemblance to any characters was completely
As of
intentional.
2019, no one can yet pronounce Angurius' real name.
Red was finally arrested for tax evasion. He died in prison of syphilis.
Red was finally defeated permanently when someone brought up his old tweets that he made when he was a teenager.
They broke open Red's vault and all they found was his chair.
Oh god, right. I think that's plenty.
We did it, everyone.
So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. And have a good Halloween, and hopefully we haven't left the EU yet.
And
That's the
yeah.
true horror.
As always, see you in the Dream Zone.
See you in the Dream Zone.
See you in the Dream Zone.